Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 62 of Direwolf20's Enigmatica 2 Expert Mode series, where today I'd like to launch a rocket, I think. Maybe. But the other thing I'd like to probably look at doing today is potentially getting a Rocketry building. I've had several submissions and I want to check them out. So what do you guys say? Should we do the submission thing? Now, just like last time, I think I'm just going to creative build the buildings just so we don't have to spend an episode gathering all the resources and everything we're going to need to do the thing. So let's get some paper. And our template manager, wherever he is, I probably put him somewhere. And let's get ready to check out a Rocketry building that we were given. Sound cool? Where is my template manager if he's not out here anymore? He used to be chilling out here somewhere. I don't know what happened to him, though. I'm sure I moved him at some point, and I'm sure I don't remember where I put him. So, I mean, I could always just make another one. By the way, we did update the pack. JEI synchronized standard keep. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to want. Did update the pack between episodes, and there's a couple things that are going to hurt a little bit. Well, there's one thing for sure that's going to hurt a little bit. Rocket fuel has changed. No longer can you get rocket fuel out of the chemical reactor. He no longer makes rocket fuel from hydrogen and oxygen. Now the recipe for rocket fuel appears to require the mixer from Immersive Engineering, and it looks like it needs oxygen and bitumen and tar. Now, bitumen you get from the distillation tower from distilling oil, and tar you get from thermal expansion from distilling oil, or liquefied coal for that matter. I've been collecting the bitumen that, here you are, over here. I think I threw this crate down between, when I wasn't recording, because I think when we made this thing, I wrapped up and discovered, hey, buddy, you are doing a thing, aren't you? Yeah, what happened was he was spitting items out on the ground. So I found those items laying there and placed that thing. So we've been collecting a little bit of that bitumen, but we'll see. Now, to be fair, I got a decent amount, like 56 buckets worth of rocket fuel last time we were playing before we updated the pack. So that means that we should be in pretty good shape, right? Regardless. So, yeah, here's my plan. I'd like to build a Rocketry building and then maybe launch a rocket. Hopefully the amount of resources I have at this point is enough, and then we'll kind of go from there. Cool? So let me get ready to load up a template. All right, so this submission comes from a viewer named Triax2, submitted through Twitter. And it's a pretty neat looking building, I think. There was a few rocket building submissions, and this one I liked specifically because he mapped out everywhere that all the different machines would wind up going. So let's get our copy paste gadget here and let's load up this thing. Yeah, look how cool that looks. That looks cool. Now, is it going to have the roof on here? In his, there was a roof. I'm hoping that that is correctly captured. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure where this is going to sit, but I just want to see what it looks like if I put you in paste mode. Oh, there you are. Cool. So let's make sure that your Y level is brought down a little bit. Yeah, that's neat looking. There is no roof, though. That's interesting. It didn't capture the roof that he had on his video. I shall have to see. Nothing like starting an episode off by undoing everything you've done for the last 10 episodes, but I'll do it all again off camera. So that's pretty nice and neatened up. Now I'm definitely going to be voiding some of this area for sure. But, you know, first things first. Let's clean things up a little bit. So let's... how do I want to do this? Tricky. I think I've got most of what I need here. So we're going to put... So most of the things I've made are just in that inventory location, right? I've still got you mapped. So, like, here's about where I want this thing to chill, right? Now, how close are you to my sheep farm if I put you there? Little bit close. Little bit close. Do I want to maybe nudge you over to the left a little bit? I mean, you are, like, really big. But to be fair, it's a building full of multi-blocks, so, you know. Are you, like, too close? You're not, actually. Like, you're okay, technically, where you're standing. I might move the sheep farm after, right? So I do want to clear the floor a little bit, because if we look, there is a floor, and I don't want to do like I did with my building and like not have the floor, right? So there's a lot of blocks that we need basically, but like I said, I'm gonna creative mode this. So like I'll just flip into creative mode and take care of it. So let's use our destruction gadget here. So like basically we want to go back a decent amount. So let's send you back like a depth of 10. And you're gonna go 8, 8. I'm gonna go down 2 and up 15. 14. And let's make sure that you're not on connected area mode, because I want you to like clear the whole thing out. Yeah, see, I think that looks pretty cool, right? And then all we've really got to do sweet. And then we want to do something similar-ish. How about that? Big mess. Big mess. Let's make the depth on this guy 1 for a minute so I can, like, bump you out a little bit. Yeah, see, I like how that all looks. And let's get ready to clean up this mess. Put it all away. Okay. So making progress. Now, in theory, this tool's not supposed to void tile entities, so I should have no problem clearing out an area like that, and it won't destroy that thing coming in. Now, what we do want to have... Do I have my building gadget here? Yeah, I want dirt, but I want build to me dirt. Cool. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, now I'd like to void out a little bit more of this area. And let's see how that looks for our copy-paste gadget. So I need to come back a little bit more. Okay, how's that look? Oh, dude, that's like perfect. Look at that. That is nigh on perfect. That looks really good with how we want things to be. Now, how about here on the right? Do I need to bump this out some more? I totally do. Okay. Before we do that, I want to take a quick nap so that we can do this during the daytime. Right, we might have some cleanup to do, right? So for you here, buddy, you really need to come out to like here-ish, right? So, oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. So let's make sure that your right is correct. Like that, pretty much, right? And let's give you a depth of like 10, because we know we're going to need a lot of that spaced. Alright, now we can go back to a depth of 1. Make sure you're nice and flat. Okay, cool. And then, you know what? I probably want you... Look at this mess it makes. Pam's items everywhere. You think the sheep will be frightened by the rocket taking off next door? I mean, it's possible, right? Anything's possible. Goodness gracious. Well, if we ever need more Pam's food, I think we found a good location. Unfortunately, I think, like, I'm pretty sure, like, the Pam's bushes only, like, each biome has their own type of bush. So there's still lots more Pam's food that we didn't get because this was all cleared from the same biome area, right? I do want to flatten this floor back out, though. So let's put you on surface mode. Do we want to use dirt or do we want to use smooth stone? I think I'll use smooth stone. Let's make sure you're on not connected surface or fuzzy. Yes, fuzzy. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Ah, that's why. I was like, hey, why are you not connecting properly? Okay, so then you... Yeah, basically that. So now how's this look? Does this look like a pretty well structured area? Technically, we need to clear out one more wall segment, and then I think we'll be good. But I really only want to clear... What I'm going to do probably is that and that. Such a mess. Alright, put all this stuff away, including you, and then you guys. Alright, let me just make sure everything's in good position, and then we'll be ready. We'll come back in a second to paste in the cool building. Minus the roof. But I reached out, I replied to the dude's tweet, and I said, I think you missed the roof, so just do me a favor and resend the paste bin. And then what I can do is paste the roof in a future episode. It shouldn't be a problem. So we're right back. So technically the way this building sits, this line here is empty space. So I think it's okay that we're gonna have some blocks there. So I think we're ready to do this. So let's see here. So are you positioned in such a way, the way I want you to be? So like this is the flooring, right? Yeah, I think this looks good. And is the back wall clear, or do I need to back this up a little bit more? Oh, I think I might have missed some destructionings. Yeah, let me clear out some more back wall. All right, I think I've now finally gotten enough area cleared out. I hope. What I'm gonna do is probably, I have to disconnect you anyway, so we're gonna have to remap that thing, but now we're cool. All the way back to here, all the way back to here, everything looks good. All right, let's paste it in, shall we? So for this, we're just gonna game mode 1, right click, whoosh, and game mode 0. Woohoo. All right, so we should have a really nice looking building. Like I said, there is a roof to this thing in the video that the dude showed. So I have to figure out like why it didn't get copied. Either like the components of the roof or a block that can't be copied because they're tile entities for some reason, or he just missed it when he did the copy paste. But I think it looks pretty cool, right? This is a neat looking building. So there's space outlined in here, and I don't know why this is like this, but I think I'm gonna just move this down because this is gonna be our entryway. So yeah, let's move all these blocks to be like here. That looks cooler. And then the rocket's going to go here. How cool is that? And around on the outer edges here, it can be all the different multi-block machines that we need to hook up. Does that sound cool? I like it. So I'll just kind of hook those up. So in the submission that the guy did, he said, you know, here's a cool building, and in it there's room for some immersive engineering machines as well. I don't know that I'm going to move them over here because I've kind of already got everything situated with that. But at least for now, this will handle my rocketry machines. And if we have to expand a little bit, because we might have to expand a little bit, especially now that there's a new rocket fuel recipe. We'll deal with that as it comes. So what I'm going to do is rebuild all the advanced rocket machines off camera and try and position them in a semi-intelligible way. So let's come back in just a minute once I've done that. All right, I think that about does it, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a nap, and then I'll show you guys, and you can let me know what you think. Does that sound cool? So, hello. Psst, Minecraft, wake up. Thanks. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. There you go. Astral, teleport, do the thing. Let's just fly over there, and you guys can tell me what you think of this cool-looking building. So we've got all of our machines kind of laid out here. I pretty much spaced them so that the front of the machine is 2 blocks away from the yellow stuff, right? And then 3 spaces in between them. And we've got plenty more room in here for any other multi-blocks that we need to build, right? Plenty more room. So this is a pretty cool and awesome-looking building. I like it. And we've got our rocket launch pad ready to go. Right, looking pretty awesome. What else we got here? So this guy, we've got our fueling station. We've got this. We did get extra launch pads, but to be fair, we had tons of them, extra more than we needed. So I'm not super worried about that. So let's recap the book, because even though I made this last episode, I kind of forget it. So rocket assembly machine. Start by placing the launch pads in a 3x3 to 16x16. Done. On the same level, place a structure tower near one of the side, then stack up more of them to make a 1-block tall tower. On the same level, we want to start that, right? So I want to basically remove you. And that, right? Okay. And then finally place the rocket assembly machine itself 1 block above the level of the pads, with the back of the machine facing the pad, and plug it with RF. Right, so that's going to basically be here, right? But I'm going to get my RF dude. So we've got a couple power cells going on over here, right? Oh, and I didn't do any of these pattern dudes yet. And I also have to take care of the gas charge pad. But we'll take care of all the conduiting and the cabling. Like, I didn't wire anything, right? I'm just building the structure out for a moment. Like, I still have my ender tank full of lubricant for that one machine that needs it, and yada, yada, yada. Etc., etc. So the power cell can chill here with the rocket assembly machine here, and you are cool, right? No error messages. That's good. And then I had placed my fueling station here, and we needed to link that fueling station somehow. Then you need a fueling station to be able to place it somewhere near the assembly machine, plug it with RF and your source of rocket fuel, then sneak right-click with a linker, then sneak right-click on the assembly machine with the same linker. So you, link successful. Nice. All right, cool. And then the final step would be, we want that rocket fuel, which we have actually 2 tanks worth of. So what I'd like to do is place you down, do that, so that you're full as much as you can be. You're now an empty tank. And we're going to have to figure out how to make more rocket fuel in, a little bit. And we should probably get all our conduiting wired too. All you guys, these guys, we've got a lot of interfaces and stuff to rehook up. We've got the sink and the charge pad, and I have to figure out where all these patterns go, because I have to remember which one goes where. But first, what I'll do is probably just you setting up to insert. And then east will be extract always active, meaning you're filling up with rocket fuel, and we should be ready to do our thing, right? So what do you guys think? Definitely feedback in the video comments here, because I think it's a really cool building. Like I said, the person who submitted to me is Triax2 on Twitter, TRIAXX2. Pretty cool looking building, I think, and yeah, I like it. So thanks, Triax, for the awesome looking astronaut-y type structure. The ceiling is, what did he have the ceiling looking like? It was a cool material. I guess we'll see it once he resubmits the thing. Cool. So back in a minute. So now I'm just using my destruction gadget to make a smallish little... You know what, maybe I want you to be one more down. Yeah, I feel like one more down would be smart, yes. Yeah, I want like something of a basement down here, right? I thought that would be cool to have. I just need to light it up, obviously. Like that. Cool. Looking good, right? All right, so now we've got access to a basement of sorts where I can go in and, you know, tidy up and whatnot. All right, so I'm trying to hide this stuff as best I can. One or two of these, not so much luck, but some of them are better than others with regards to the ability to hide the wiring, right? So what I think I'm going to ultimately do is basically try to use ME conduiting here, which I might need a little bit more of. One way or another, I'm going to need a little bit more of, right? So then you have one channel available to you. I don't have any of the recipes on me just yet, right? But then I can run this conduiting down here, right? So there's your ME conduit. Now this one I want to say the output, well, I am completely wrong on where the output is here for this machine. Output hatch, cool. So I should be able to hide this relatively well so that your extract and then your insert. Cool. So there's the cutting machine automated, right? And then we just keep on running this dude. Now this is the electrolyzer, which didn't have any auto crafting recipes in it, right? Okay, this is the precision assembler, which might... No, this is the precision assembler. This one's what? This might be the chemical reactor. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah, almost certain that's the chemical reactor right there. Because it's because I did electrolyzer and then chemical reactor right next to each other, but that doesn't make any sense anymore because you don't need that. But so like electrolyzer didn't have any recipes, right? But I got his water pumping, right? This guy is the chemical reactor, so he didn't have any auto crafting recipes either. And then finally, we've got two more machines at the end. How's my conduiting coming? Good. And I can do that, right? Now, this guy here is the output hatch. So I would just do up is extract always active, and east is insert. Cool. And then finally, I'm going to do this guy. I could have gone a little bit deeper with my destruction gadget, as you can see, but oh well. So run this guy. See, I told you I'd make it neater eventually. And then this is the output hatch here. So you're going to go like that to be inserting, not extracting, and extracting always active from the output hatch there. So that should be everything we need. The only other bit that we don't have here is actually having the power cell plugged in anywhere. Wherever that goes, doesn't super matter where you live. I guess I'll stick you right here for now, because why not? And then everybody should be getting power, and that should be groovy. What do you guys think? Look nice? I think it looks really good. So you're working, which means you have power, which means we're good, right? So then the last step here is all the different these doohickeys, right? So this was the rolling machine. What was the rolling machine autocraft? I may not have it, actually. What was a rolling machine autocraft? You may not. Did I have autocraft set up for rolling machines? Maybe not, right? But cutting machine we totally did, right? So the cutting machine recipes were, that's right, the advanced circuits and the basic circuits, and then the silicon wafers. So these guys, and then the silicon wafer from the silicon boule. So that should be good, right? And then down here, all right, so the next thing I'm working on is a little bit of, let's extract from you and insert into you. So I want you to be an insert, I want you to be an insert, and then I want you to be extract always active. Hopefully you do there first. I think that's what's happening now. I wouldn't mind some facades. Do I even have a painting machine back at the base? Part of me wouldn't mind a facade. Can I teach you how to make facades real quick? Because they're cool. Are there multiple hardened conduit facades? Resist breaking and explosions. Transparent. Hides the conduits when painted with non-solid block. Well, that's cool. Transparent hardened. Neat things. Very neat things. But I just want conduit facades for the moment. Give me like 20 of them. And do we have a painting machine? I could have sworn we did somewhere at some point. But maybe I'm making that up. How impossible will it be? So I need a tough and 4 steel. Maybe I never had one of these because I totally don't remember this recipe. And then we need some electrical steel. Oh, cool. We're good there. Nice. So then we're just waiting for the tough, which is in progress. Cool. And then painting machine. Huzzah! I'm just going to pop you back here, buddy. And then we need a capacitor. Oh, good, I have one. Whoop. And then let's get ourselves some of those facades. Nine should be enough for now, and then if we need more later, cool. See, I'm really trying to make the thing look nice. Raise your hand if you thought Dyer was never going to clean this place up. So anyway, I've got that interface, check. I've got this interface, check. I've got facades now to make this, that, and that look nice. Okay, so you're going to fill up with that. The reason I want to do this is see how oxygen is full here, and we're no longer processing. So when we backstuff one of the liquids in the electrolyzer here, it stops running. Now, we want a lot of oxygen because we're going into outer space, right? Oxygen good. Want oxygen. Want to not have oxygen. So what I'm going to do is get another kit here. Okay, and your job will be you. Yeah, you can be extract always active. You are going to be insert and extract always active. And then we want our gas charge pad here so that you can fill up using this gas, right? And then you're going to keep running. Cool. And then so we'll fill up the hydrogen, and any excess hydrogen will be voided, and then we'll backstuff when we're full of oxygen, right? So that should be cool. And then we can facade up you, and you. Cool. So that'll be a backstuffing of oxygen. It'll go right there, right? So you're 16, you're 0, so you should be filling up with oxygen at some point. You'd think. Maybe the gas internal to the pipe is filling up. That's probably what's happening. The pipes are filling up with gas. Maybe. We'll see. So that should be good, right? I think that's cool. And then eventually that'll start filling up. And then if we want to make sure we have a good backlog of it, now we'll have lots of oxygen. So this will keep running. He'll produce his stuff. What was here? A gold coil? Was that about it in terms of speeding this machine up? Was just gold coil? Yeah. What other coil types are there? Unless I wanted to do titanium coil. Technically, that might not be a bad idea. I mean, we have titanium, right? We have enough titanium that we can use 8 of it, I think. I mean, too late. We already decided, right? But there you go. So that should be a slightly faster machine now. Doesn't seem that much faster, though, does it? I forget what the number was. A little bit faster. Cool. Alright, so at some point we'll start getting oxygen here. Turn back on, please, and you're cool. Oh, look, there's oxygen. So why are you not going in there? Because that's what I would have expected, right? Because you're set to extract. You're set to insert extract. I might need to do these conduits instead. So what you're going to do is be extract on green, always active. You are going to be insert on green, extract on brown, and you're going to be insert on brown. So that, what it should do is pull out of here, go into here, and this will pull out of here, go into there. I was trying to avoid using the more expensive conduits, but, you know, whatever. All right, I call that pretty awesome looking. Also, I put a Thaumcraft lamp in here so that it would like light up the area pretty well, and I think it's doing a good job. Hopefully it's okay that it sits on top of that. All right, guys, so with that, I think it's a pretty good wrapping up point for the episode. So we'll come back next episode, and what we'll plan to do is actually launch a rocket into space, assuming I have enough rocket fuel from our initial production of it, which we got a lot, right? We got 50 buckets worth. We have a total of 60 buckets, 61 almost. So hopefully that's enough rocket fuel to get us to the moon and back. And then we'll look into getting a receiver out there. So we want to make sure to bring that because we want some kind of teleport network so we can teleport back and forth instead of having to launch a rocket every time we want to visit a planet. But for now, Del20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.